Just ahead on News 3 now, the story behind a high-speed pursuit and arrest. This video captured a man running from police and into an East Side apartment complex.
Tick-tock, the countdown to the 2024 presidential election is on, and new polling data reveals how voters feel.
And a local food pantry will have one tasty Thanksgiving dinner, thanks again to the efforts of student and faculty at Madison College, how they're embracing a chance to help their community. All ahead on News 3 now at 5. New information tonight on the DeForest man arrested after that high-speed chase last week.
Our Jalen Banks has the criminal complaint tonight, and he joins us now. Jalen, the man is accused of blowing through several stop signs last Thursday.
Eric and Susan, police say he also nearly hit several cars during the chase, and we brought you this video from the viewer last week who captured the chase as it came to an end with the driver jumping out of a moving vehicle and into an apartment at the Meadowlands complex. According to the criminal complaint filed in court this week, police attempted to pull the driver over, and that was 22-year-old Donovan Moore, over for suspicious driving and registration issues around Wyalusing Drive, which is where the chase would begin, reaching speeds up to 114 miles per hour. Moore is now charged with fleeing an officer, second-degree recklessly endangering safety, possession of narcotics with intent to deliver. In his initial court appearance this week, Moore's bond is set for $10,000 cash. He's due back in the Dane County Court next Tuesday, actually.
All right, Jalen, thank you. Let's go to Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti now and your first warn forecasts.
Well, last night we had some rumbles of thunder along with the rain that came on through, but now most of that is coming to an end as we take a look at visible cloud track. Lots of clouds today, but there are some breaks in the clouds to our west, and we'll start to see skies clear out later on. A few light showers south of Darlington in southwestern Wisconsin, but most of the more significant rain is shifting eastward. Even a couple of thunderstorms in Walworth County, those now moving toward Racine and Kenosha counties, and there's really not much out to the west of us. 6-hour future track radar shows that the rain will be racing off to the east and should pretty much be over with by early evening. Low temperatures this morning, lower 40s, but those were actually around midnight last night. Temperatures actually rose overnight, and right now temperatures are mainly in the middle 40s, although notice it's closer to 50 degrees out toward the Mississippi River. Here in Dane County, Madison's at 46, it's 47 in Middleton, 47 in Belleville. Look for skies to be mostly cloudy this evening. Temperatures nearly steady in the middle 40s. They'll drop later on tonight. I'll have a forecast that does include a windy day for tomorrow, but a warm-up as we head into next week.
All right, Gary, thank you. We're about 12 months away now from next year's presidential election.
And a new poll shows a close race here in Wisconsin. Political reporter Will Keneally has more. Will?
So first thing to note is that this is just a snapshot in time, so that the numbers that we see today not necessarily will be the final election results next November. But it does give us insight into how the race is shaping up here in the Badger State, a key swing state that will help decide the next president.
Biden at 50, Trump at 48.
That's the top line number for the latest Marquette Law School poll of Wisconsin voters. Even though Biden has a slight edge, we call that a tie due to the 4.5-point margin of error. That means Trump is just as likely to be ahead.
A very small percentage still say they don't know or won't vote or something like that. But the vast majority are willing to give an answer. And so you see with these two, it comes out to 50 to 48, 98% total, 2% still saying undecided.
If we break that down by party, Biden has more support among Democrats than Trump does with Republicans. Independents are split between the two, 47-47. But it's a different story across the Republican field. Former South Carolina governor and UN ambassador Nikki Haley beats Biden among Wisconsin voters by 9 points. That's better than Trump or Ron DeSantis fare against Biden in the Badger State.
I don't think I'm giving anything away to say Donald Trump is the front runner for the GOP nomination, but he runs weakest of these three comparisons against Biden.
And Wisconsinites generally seem displeased with their options. When you look at favorable versus unfavorable views, all of the main candidates are underwater, with Trump and Biden leading the pack at net negative 24 and 14 points. Now this comes as the Republican field is starting to narrow, and GOP hopefuls will meet tonight in Florida for a primary debate. We'll have more on that in just a few minutes.
All right, Will, thank you. Today, Assembly Speaker Robin Vos told a Dane County court he never gave formal guidance to 3 retired justices that he tasks with helping develop a case for impeachment against the state's newest liberal Supreme Court justice. Speaker Voss defending himself against an open records lawsuit by a liberal watchdog group seeking documents related to the 3-judge panel. Republicans have been pushing to oust the state's newest liberal justice, Janet Protasewicz, over comments she made during this past April's campaign over the state's legislative district. Dane County Regional Airport adding Breeze Airways to its lineup in February.
Our Maddie Heimsch was at the airport today to hear what officials say Breeze will provide to customers. Maddie?
Breeze Airways advertises itself as an affordable, convenient way to travel. And Dane County Airport officials say adding Breeze to its roster will open the airways to more residents. The airport made room for this addition last year with an $85 million expansion to the building. The construction was done with additions like these in mind, as airport officials believe that Breeze will provide travel opportunities to unserviced populations in Madison. Starting February, Breeze will provide 2 direct flights from Madison to Florida per week, 1 to Tampa and 1 to Orlando.
And to get both a low-cost carrier, a new carrier, and someone who's providing nonstop flights is a really big deal, and it's just what our airport needs right now.
Dane County Regional Airport is the first Wisconsin airport to add Breeze Airlines. The carrier is typically found in secondary airports, avoiding travel hubs to make for shorter flight times. Flights will start at $79 one way, but there's more to be aware of before hopping on a Breeze flight. Choosing your seat, bringing a carry-on, and complimentary snacks all must be purchased separately.
Maddie, thank you and welcome aboard. For the 17th straight year, Madison College culinary arts students and faculty are cooking turkeys for the local River Food Pantry's Thanksgiving dinner.
Our Catherine Merck spoke with the students looking to get into the service industry about the additional service they are providing the community. Catherine?
Students and staff wrapped up preparing more than 125 turkeys, 1,200 pounds of potatoes, and 80 gallons of gravy for the pantry today. Providing catering like this is an extensive process to not only cook it, but also store it so that families can enjoy it on Thanksgiving. For the students learning how to prepare a meal of this size, they're also discovering the feeling good food provides people.
Not only is this just free food, but it is excellent. Like, to be able to put out a service like this is just astounding.
The work they're doing is also important in the classroom, as the students preparing the Thanksgiving foods include many first-year students just getting their foot in the door of their future field. Community members will be able to pick up their Thanksgiving meals directly from the River Food Pantry later this month.
Catherine, thank you. A new innovative initiative to house those who have served our country. The nonprofit organization Veterans Community Project is proposing a tiny house village to combat veteran homelessness in Milwaukee. The group hopes to build 40 small homes in Milwaukee. Each structure would feature a full kitchen, a bath, and new furniture. Plus, they'll offer programming and support for veterans transitioning back into independent living. The Veterans Community Project says 85% of its veterans in the program successfully transition into permanent housing.
Just days before Veterans Day, the family of a local veteran is celebrating a special honor for their loved one. The late U.S. Air Force Colonel Laverne Griffin became the latest inductee into the Hall of Heroes at Madison's VA hospital this morning. The Portage High School graduate spent nearly 3 decades in the military and flew numerous missions overseas, including one of the first top-secret military reconnaissance flights over the Soviet Union. His youngest daughter shared what this recognition means for her.
Someone asked me, when did I realize he was a hero? But he was my father, so he was always a hero to me.
The VA hospital adds new names to the Hall of Heroes around Memorial Day and Veterans Day every year.
Just ahead, a look at tonight's 3rd GOP primary debate.
And even though Donald Trump is leading in the polls, he won't be there tonight. Find out what he's doing instead next at 5.
And to check in the markets, mixed results as the Dow falls a little more than 40 points in midweek trading. The Nasdaq adds 10.5, S&P 500 up 4, and we'll be right back.
Stoughton Health has 3 convenient urgent care locations for the care you need without the wait. We have clinics in Oregon, Stoughton, and McFarland with extended hours to fit your schedule. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Memories matter.
I think the biggest thing I got out of my service in Vietnam was a real sense of patriotism. I'm very proud of what I did. I fought for you. and I'd fight for you again.
This Veterans Day, we remember, and we never forget those who sacrificed everything for our freedoms. We are Crest Funeral and Cremation Service, and we know that your memories matter.
It hits you when you step into any of the 3 Willie Street Co-op stores, the smell of freshness. We work with hundreds of farms and vendors to bring you natural, organic, and local food selection, unmatched in Madison. Everyone is welcome at Willie Street Co-op, and if you join our more than 30,000 owners, you'll get more sales, discounts, and perks. Fresh, local, organic, yours, Willie Street Co-op.
Over the years, the attorneys at Habish, & Rotier have handled numerous cases involving the design and relative safety of child car seats. Because of this litigation, manufacturers have been forced to make these seats safer. We helped change the industry, and our most precious cargo can now travel more safely. The skill expended to achieve this result is the opposite of one phone call and a quick settlement. Habish, & Rotier, national reputation, hometown service.
Imagine a world with no drama.
I haven't signed Jody's card yet.
At 4imprint, finding the promotional products you need to create a memorable moment is an easy mission. Our expert team will take care of every detail to make your success a certainty. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. Stoughton Health has 3 convenient urgent care locations for the care you need without the wait. We have clinics in Oregon, Stoughton, and McFarland with extended hours to fit your schedule. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
News 3 Now is celebrating Veterans Day in the air.
Today is a day that I'll remember for a long time.
We join a 98-year-old Wisconsin veteran as he makes the journey of a lifetime tonight at 6.
I say it's the Disneyland of gas stations.
And that's no lie. News 3 Now heads to Texas to give you a taste of Buc-ee's Travel Center and why it's coming north to Badger Country. Moving forward with a new Buc-ee in DeForest, Thursday on News 3 Now at 10.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Ivanka Trump, the former president's daughter, took the stand today. She's no longer a defendant in the New York Attorney General's civil fraud case against the Trump family and their organization, but prosecutors are still pressing her about her role at the Trump organization. The company is accused of overvaluing its worth to secure more favorable bank loan rates. The Attorney General there asking $250 million in damages to bar Trump from doing business in the state.
5 presidential hopefuls will take the stage tonight in Miami. It is the 3rd Republican debate. They'll touch on the key issues, including abortion, inflation, and the ongoing wars in the Middle East and Ukraine. Former President Trump remains the GOP frontrunner, but he won't be at the debate. He's holding his own event. Christian Benavides reports from Miami.
5 Republican presidential hopefuls meet for a 3rd debate tonight, looking to make their case to voters from a state in South Florida. The state's Governor Ron DeSantis, former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, Senator Tim Scott, and entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy are all set to spar on foreign and domestic issues.
I think it'll be a good debate. It seems like it's a good setup.
The candidates are debating for the first time since the outbreak of war between Israel and Hamas, presenting an opening for Haley, who also served as ambassador to the UN.
We've got our dearest friend Israel. They're fighting for their life.
Haley is one of the few candidates who've been gaining ground in the Republican primary race. All are hoping to come away as the clear alternative to former President Trump. The GOP frontrunner is skipping the debate here in Miami as he did the first 2 and holding his own rally nearby in Hialeah.
We're going to win the state in a landslide next November, just like we've done twice.
A recent CBS News poll finds Trump holding a commanding lead over his Republican rivals in the 2024 race. 61% of likely GOP primary voters have indicated they would vote for Trump today.
Down to 5 people, it's going to be a little bit more useful than 7 children.
Ramaswamy, the youngest candidate in the race, held a rally in Miami Tuesday, looking ahead to a smaller field facing off on the stage tonight. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Miami.
The next Republican primary debate is scheduled to take place December 6th in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Democrats around the country are feeling pretty good today. Reproductive rights helped drive voters to the polls in yesterday's elections. In Ohio, voters approved a measure to enshrine a right to abortion in the state constitution. In Virginia, Democrats swept the state legislature in a rebuke to Republican Governor Glenn Youngkin. He sought to pursue what he called reasonable abortion restrictions if the GOP took control of both chambers. But despite party victories, polling of registered voters shows the sour mood in the country is posing some trouble for President Biden's re-election chances. Our Will Keneally will have more on the Marquette poll that just dropped on News 3 Now at 6. So look now at your first warn forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti has all the details. Gary?
Well, skies are cloudy. They've been cloudy all day. We've had some rain, but three things you need to know in the forecast. We're back to sunny skies for tomorrow, but it will be windy. Expect gusty westerly winds, 15 to 25 miles per hour. Seasonal temperatures with highs probably in the lower 50s. It'll be a little cooler for Friday and Saturday, but dry weather now is expected through next Friday. So we've got more than a week of dry weather. In fact, probably into Saturday morning of next weekend with mild conditions for most of next week. In fact, we'll be in the 50s by Sunday again and look for high temperatures perhaps around 60 by this time next week. High temperature trend over the next 10 days. So you can see turn a little cooler than average for Friday and Saturday, but get above normal on Sunday, and then those temperatures take off from there. We boosted these up a couple more degrees. A lot of it will just depend on cloud cover, but right now it looks like we'll see plenty of sunshine, maybe a little more cloud cover later in the week, but the shower chances look like they'll hold off until Saturday, and even then, we'll still be looking at high temperatures in the lower 50s. Now, rainfall over the last 24 hours, for the most part, has been light. There was a couple of heavier thunderstorms that kind of moved through. They moved through pretty quickly, so they didn't dump a lot of rain, but you can see this narrow little line from just east of Monroe over toward Broadhead, Janesville, and then into southeastern Wisconsin. Might have seen some areas between about a half inch and an inch of rain. There was a thunderstorm that came right over Verona where I lived last night. We actually had about a half inch of rain in some of those spots. Most areas, though, in the darker green, quarter to a half inch, and in the lighter green, less than a quarter of an inch of rain, especially as you head up toward, say, Wisconsin Dells and Richland Center. Now, just a few sprinkles, mainly south and southwest of Madison, just south of Mount Horeb, a couple more just south of Darlington. Farther to the east, you can see a line of showers and even a few thunderstorms that roll through the rest of southern Wisconsin, those now into Racine and Kenosha counties and moving away from us. So at this point, with nothing really upstream, we're looking at dry conditions with some clearing later on tonight. 6-hour future track radar shows all of that rain heading off to the east. But as we look at weather track, notice the west-southwest to east-northeasterly wind flow aloft. So that's keeping our temperatures up. We're not getting that direct wind flow out of Canada. And even behind the cold front, temperatures will drop a little bit, but not dramatically because we see the winds more northwesterly than northerly. And right now we've got a couple of cold fronts, one down to our south, but a second one coming in from the west that will bring in the windy conditions as we head into tomorrow and then drop our temperatures a bit for Thursday and Friday. Planning your night by 9 p.m., the shower should be gone. Skies will start clearing out to the west. Notice by midnight, we're down into the middle 40s with skies clearing across much of southern Wisconsin. That will allow temperatures to drop off a little bit more later on tonight. So by 3 a.m., we're down to 40 in Madison, 30s out to the west. Look for low temperatures in the lower to middle 30s through much of southern Wisconsin. Planning your night across Dane County, low 37 in Oregon, 35 in Middleton, and 37 degrees in DeForest. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 34 for the low in Camp Douglas, 35 in Lone Rock, and 36 in Monroe. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, but it will be windy. High temperature topping out at 51 degrees. And our first warned 7 to 10 day forecast back in the middle 40s for Friday and Saturday. But notice, dry weather pretty much for the next week or more beyond that. Veterans Day, a little chilly, but temperatures warm back up into the 50s and then around 60 by Wednesday of next week. Little cooler toward next weekend. That's when our next chance of rain will be, probably Saturday afternoon into Sunday. As we check out our first warn traffic right now, Beltline looks pretty good. Just our usual minor slowdowns around Monona Drive as the flex lanes start to wind down around Stoughton Road. Not seeing any problems through the main highways in the eastern part of Dane County. Right now, 19 minutes on the eastbound Beltline between University Avenue and I-3990, 15 minutes back in the westbound direction. Heading out of Madison, 19 minutes from downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue. US 12 Middleton to Sauk City is 16 minutes today, and the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990 will take you 24 minutes. That's your news for now. First warn traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. Still to come as cases of syphilis in newborns jumps. How serious is it, and what can be done to stop it? That's next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what you need when you've been in a serious truck accident. Call Gruber Law Offices. We've successfully helped people injured by big trucks for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Think all Medicare plans are the same? Think again. With Dean Health Plan, you can get the coverage you need with premiums as low as $0 a month. That includes medical, hospital, and prescription coverage with $0 copays for primary care doctor visits, plus extra benefits like comprehensive dental and savings on over-the-counter pharmacy items. Call 1-855-822-6173 now to request your free Dean Health Plan guide. Dean Health Plan, right here with you.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This Thanksgiving is the best time to try Plexiderm with our starter price of only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
A truck crash can be life-changing. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. We have a powerful team with the knowledge, resources, and history of results you'll need. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
$16,000. That's about how much money you'll need to buy the first pill approved to treat postpartum depression, which affects 1 in 8 people after giving birth. The FDA approved Zurzuvae in August, and it'll reach the market later this year. But the price tag for the 14-day dose has women's health advocates concerned, especially since it's not clear if insurance companies will even cover the cost. The advantage of the new drug is that it starts to help in as little as 3 days. An IV version of the medication has been available at an even higher cost of $35,000.
Your child's sleep habits may be genetic. That's according to a new study from the Journal of Child Psychology and Psychiatry released today. New research reveals kids genetically predisposed to insomnia had more sleep issues, such as difficulty falling asleep or frequently waking up during the night. It's the first study providing evidence that being a poor sleeper can be genetic and can also be found early in life. Experts say it's important to establish good sleep hygiene from an early age.
The number of cases of syphilis is the highest it's been in 30 years in newborn babies. It's a disease that can be life-threatening to a child.
But it is preventable if caught and treated in time. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither tells us what experts say needs to happen to curb the increasing number of cases.
A dire rise in congenital syphilis. The U.S. saw a 30-year high in the number of reported cases in babies in 2022, according to new numbers from the CDC.
Congenital syphilis is caused when a mother suffering from syphilis passes the infection on to her growing baby.
More than 3,700 babies were born with syphilis in the U.S. in 2022. That's a 32% increase from the year before and a tenfold rise since 2012. This infection can cause miscarriage, stillbirth, premature birth, low birth weight, even death shortly after birth. But congenital syphilis can be prevented, says Dr. Asma Chadha with Mayo Clinic.
Knowing a woman has syphilis is the first step towards treatment. It is an easily treated infection, but universal screening is essential.
Chadha says a simple blood test can screen for syphilis. It should be done early at the first prenatal doctor's visit, and some women should be tested twice.
In high-risk populations, we should probably be rescreening pregnant women again in the third trimester to make sure that the infection didn't occur later in pregnancy.
Some public health leaders believe budget cuts to state health departments and a shortage of the only drug approved to treat syphilis in pregnancy are undercutting the effort to curb the rising cases.
It's very important that regardless of their ability to be able to afford prenatal care or not, all women and their children, particularly the ones who are pregnant, are receiving universal access.
For babies born with congenital syphilis, the infection can also cause different illnesses, including severe anemia, enlarged liver and spleen, jaundice, and brain and nervous system problems.
This is something that is easily preventable when treated. So if you are sexually active, pregnant, or thinking about becoming pregnant, testing can be done with just a simple blood test.
And we're back with a final check of your firstborn forecast in just a moment.
Stoughton Health has 3 convenient urgent care locations for the care you need without the wait. We have clinics in Oregon, Stoughton, and McFarland with extended hours to fit your schedule. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Get 11% off everything now at Menards. LED recessed retrofit downlights are an excellent lighting solution for any space. They're energy efficient and designed for an easy installation. Right now, just $9.87 each after rebate. Check out Menards' great selection of Lutron lighting controls. LED Plus dimmer switches let you create perfect lighting for any activity. Only $19.98 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Welcome back to Sam's Hot Takes. What's hot now? Spectrum One Stream. It's internet, unlimited mobile, advanced Wi-Fi, and this Zumo Stream Box free with Spectrum TV. It makes searching for shows and movies across live TV and streaming apps easy. It's streaming simplified.
Get internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Plus add Spectrum TV and get a free Zumo Stream Box for 12 months. Call 833-788-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or stop by a Spectrum store today.
The Madison Club. Elegance reimagined. Excellence redefined. Amazing cuisine. Iconic spaces. Join the Madison Club. Featuring premier event venues, stunning lake views, with golf and travel club privileges worldwide. New member specials available.
Don't miss the 34th Annual Winter Art Fair Off the Square, November 11th and 12th at the Monona Terrace Convention Center. Featuring over 100 Wisconsin exhibitors with a wonderful selection of ceramics, paintings, glass art, wood, jewelry, and much more. Place your bids at our silent auction Saturday only. Children will enjoy the Young Collectors Corner. Buy local for the holidays. The Winter Art Fair Off the Square. Put it on your calendar today.
Imagine a world with no drama.
I haven't signed Jody's card yet.
At 4imprint, finding the promotional products you need to create a memorable moment is an easy mission. Our expert team will take care of every detail to make your success a certainty. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. Stoughton Health has 3 convenient urgent care locations for the care you need without the wait. We have clinics in Oregon, Stoughton, and McFarland with extended hours to fit your schedule. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, from here in D.C., the beloved panda family now on their way back to China. We take a look at their journey on a FedEx cargo jet, the tasty snacks packed for the flight, and the deeper meaning it has for U.S.-China relations. That and more headlines tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
And then coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 6, we ride along with a World War II veteran on the Badger Honor Flight to Washington, D.C. Find out what he had to say about the experience.
Well, this new Barbie honors the first female principal chief of the Cherokee Nation, the Wilma Mankiller doll, part of the brand's Inspiring Women series.
She's remembered for her work to improve health care and housing for the Cherokee Nation. Mattel says it worked with her estate as well as tribal representatives to craft the doll. Mankiller received the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 1998.
We go back to Gary. One final check of our first warn forecast.
The rain is just about over with. Cloudy, kind of damp out there right now. There's the live view from the Edgewater Sky Cam. Not seeing any rain, at least here in the Madison area. There might be a sprinkler or two south of town, say down toward Verona, maybe as far south as Albany, but the more persistent showers, even a couple of thunderstorms, now moving through Kenosha and out into Lake Michigan. 6-hour future track radar shows all the rain heading east of us pretty quickly, so we'll actually see skies start to clear later on this evening. Temperatures right now, middle 40s here in Madison, 48 in Janesville, a few 50s out to the west, 51 in Boscobel, 50 in Prairie du Chien. Here in Dane County underneath the clouds, 48 degrees in Mount Horeb, 46 degrees in Deerfield, and 46 in Wanakee. Look for skies to be mostly cloudy this evening, maybe a few breaks in the overcast out to the west. Temperatures dropping to the middle 40s by late evening, but once the skies clear out, we'll probably be down into the middle 30s by early tomorrow morning.
A little breezy tomorrow.
A little breezy, yeah. November's a windy month.
That goes back a long year,
Yes,
long time ago.
does.
Thanks for joining us. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6.